How to give up porn addiction. I've had quite a few inquiries about this recently. I think there's something about January and facing up to things. So if you're thinking, yeah, I could maybe benefit from a bit less porn going into my eyeballs, this is for you. I'll give you some pointers and a couple of free resources that will help you get where you want to be. Can we really be addicted to porn? Yes. It's not a dependency like we get with substances. Nobody ever got the shakes from porn withdrawal, but it can be an addictive habit and it kind of hijacks our very natural appetite for sex. Now, guys often say that porn gives them a rush. It's exciting and it's distracting and it can numb other worries. It makes us feel different and there's always more porn to watch. So it's doing something to our neurochemistry. And over time, compulsive porn use tends to deplete our self-esteem. It brings us down. We don't like feeling compulsive and it sucks up our time. And sometimes we see things that are a bit difficult to unsee, but we keep going back to it. And there's the masturbating ritual that goes with it. Nothing wrong with masturbating, of course, but the sort of distracted, trance-like way that we do it when we're watching porn isn't very good conditioning. Sexual difficulties like ED or PE, they're often attributed to too much jerking off to porn. Now, personally, I'm not convinced that porn is the cause of these things, but if we have some ED or some PE going on, if we struggle a bit, that style of masturbating, that habit, is not going to help. And I've talked more about this in another video. Also, on the self-esteem front, all that absorbing other people having sex, it can have quite a negative influence. And it's fine probably if we can distinguish between the unreal, hypersexual stuff on the screen and our own expectations from sex. But this can easily get blurred when we're spending time just passively masturbating along to it. And then when we're in our own relationships with our own real partners, again, it can have a negative effect. Compulsive porn use is far from optimal, shall we say. Like any unwanted habit, there are effective ways to deal with the urge in the moment. Whatever you're telling yourself, I deserve a bit of porn, oh, just 10 minutes, or it's stress relief. Or if your hands just reach for the phone, or they go to open that tab automatically, there are ways to deal with that urge and that thinking and make a different choice in the moment, not be on automatic pilot. Trying to stop this with white knuckling, right? No more porn. This stops now, as you'll know, as hard and it's stressful. And it's better to have something positive to aim for as well, whatever that might be for you. So dealing with the urge in the moment, there are lots of options. Breathing techniques, mindfulness, things like that. And an easy one that I recommend is a technique called urge surfing. And I'll link in the description to a straightforward guide how to do it really effectively. For the wider plan for you, reflecting on this a bit, getting your needs met, I have a free porn addiction guide that you can download, again, linked in the description. And these things are free. And you don't need to sign up to some tedious newsletter or anything like that. You can just download it and get started. A couple more quick tips on cutting down the porn. Taper off. Reduce the time you spend on porn per day or per week. It's often easier to cut down than to cut out. And if that doesn't work and you keep getting sucked in for too long, that's fine. Just adjust. Take smaller steps. Work towards this because you're counter-conditioning yourself. And you learn about this as you go. Remember that a lot of people have struggled with porn. Male, female, anyone with an internet connection. And yes, some people can watch porn regularly and be just fine with that. Some not so much. Porn can be a liberating, positive thing for some people. And for others, it's just not helpful. And if porn isn't helpful for you, that's fine, because you're really not missing out on that much if you cut it out. You can enjoy your fantasies, and you don't need porn to fuel them. There are benefits for you and your sex life in reclaiming your own sexual imagination. And if you feel like you could use some help with this, reach out to a therapist, someone who works with addictions, habits, unwanted behaviours. And if they have a sex positive attitude, then that's even better. It's natural and it's healthy to have a sexual appetite, an interest in watching sexual things. And porn is super convenient. It feels free. But we can get too much of it and get a bit disconnected from our own sexual mojo. It doesn't take long to reclaim that back. I hope this gives you some helpful pointers, and thank you for watching.